Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Saturday Morning Makes. I believe this is episode 19. Correct me if I'm wrong. I always check when I do the upload. This little stamp right here started a love affair for me with a company back in the day. And it was many, many eons ago when I purchased this image. Now, this is a little stamp. It's about 2 inches long by about an inch. And this is from a company, if you're familiar with it, that's called Red Lead. And I know some of you are. I have shared Christmas tags made with an incredible reindeer image of theirs. I've shared birthday cards made with this stamp, and on the back of my birthday cards, I often will stamp this stamp and sign my name. I love this image. I've always wished that they made this image in a card size, and let me tell you something, they have. So I am going to share a haul with you today and projects for Saturday Morning Makes made with new products from Red Lead. And Red Lead is one of my favorite companies. And if you've been with me for a while, then you have seen me make projects using Red Lead stamps. And back in the day, they used to do a lot of ATC card size stamps. And this is one of the other sizes that they have of this stamp. But they now have it in an even bigger size. And I am so excited I had to get it. And I'll show you the other new things that I got too. But I am just, these are all, I keep my Red Lead stamps in this piece of milk glass because they're some of my favorite stamps. And this is a little background that I often will use very lightly in the back of my cards. Here's a bingo card of theirs. This one is really fun to make flowers with or to just use in a background as snowflakes. Here's this one that has this beautiful, these are all red rubber, by the way. But just a really pretty mason jar. I used to make school cards, back to school cards, as well as teacher cards with this one when my son was in elementary school. Here's one that says Seek Beauty. This beautiful hummingbird one I've used on cards, and I love the saying in this one, while walking in the woods, I discovered a small hummingbird nest attached to a twig and covered with the softest bits of leaf and bark. And I have hummingbirds in my backyard, and they're very special to me, and I love anything to do with hummingbirds. This one I've used on many Halloween cards over the years. I don't like scary Halloween stuff, but I love happy Halloween. I just think happy Halloween images are so fun. And of course, I love Red Lead Christmas images. There's so many sweet things, and you can pause and look at these closer if you want. This is a favorite. And then I have a beautiful reindeer image, and I think I have it with my Christmas stuff for tag making already because it's not in here right now. And I looked for it for about 20 minutes, but then I gave up because I need to get the video filmed. So anyway, I'm going to put these back the way they go here. Here we go. And I'll set this aside. So those are all my Red Lead existing stamps. And I just, like I said, one of my favorite companies. And this little woodblock stamp is always sitting up on my desk right up there. So I'll put it back. And I'm going to show you my haul from them. First of all, it came in a beautiful manila envelope, all decorated. Here's the bigger size butterfly girl that I told you about. This is a new image that's on my wish list. I still want this one. I think it's cute that she's looking down. You can have her look down at almost anything you want. And then they also have a bunch of new jar images out. But look at how they decorate the envelope. They decorated the back too. So you can see some of the things that they have in their shop, which I think this is brilliant that they do it this way. Today, Destiny, Courage, Balance. Today, Destiny, Courage, Balance, begin. So, anyway, so that's the envelope. And then here are the items that I ordered, okay? So I'm going to show you how it came. I've already untied it and used everything, but they had it all wrapped in these gorgeous seam bindings. One of the seam bindings I used on my cards, and I've already used it up. So let me go through and just show you everything they sent, okay? So it came wrapped all together, and then this was in it, and it says, Silently a Flower Blooms. Here's that adorable girl image, which is still on my wish list. It says, wishing you a fine little day. And then they have this beautiful image is one that I purchased, and it's just a gorgeous, oh my gosh, my mind's slipping what those are called now. They're little white flowers that bloom in the spring. You know, and then on the back they have some of their jars, and I'll show you what they put on the inside here. They have a little butterfly die cut that you can use, and it's clipped on to a little envelope pocket. It says dream a little dream. And what I love about their images and the red rubber detail is that you can just take a piece of paper, black or brown ink, and you don't even need to do anything to it because the images are so striking. So if you ever need a card really fast, you know, you can just do something really simple using their stamps. And I have done it many times when I'm in a hurry. But they always enclose some things for you to play with, and they always, their presentation is always delightful. So there's what they enclose this time with this little butterfly. And of course they decorate their envelope to show you other things that are available. And they also always include some ephemera for you to play with. So little images and different things. I have some old pictures of family that I sometimes will use as ephemera, some old black and whites that are really neat, as well as some Italian handwriting when my great-grandmother was trying to learn English. So anyway, they always send wonderful things for you to play with, you know, so beautiful images and different things that you can use in your art. You know, so just lots of neat things. These are all things kind of promoting products that they have. So I love these button cards. And then you can see just different ways of doing. These are also, they're incredible artists. They do all sorts of neat things, and they run, I don't know if they still have their brick and mortar store, but they used to run classes, and I was always hoping I could travel and go see them. But then they decorate this sweet box, and here's the first of the stamps that I got are these ones here. And this is 2 different sizes of this little butterfly girl. And I just love her, and she's different than the other one that I showed you. So, but just as a comparison, these are the same size, okay? So this is great to put on the back of your cards, on ATC cards, on small tags. Just really, really sweet. And this one, of course, it says Red Lead, but it doesn't, they don't put names on them, and I can't remember now what this one is called, but you'll go to their website and you'll be able to find it. So I was very excited when I saw this, and I just had to get it. And then I picked out 2 new sentiment stamps too that I really liked. It says, "You are in my heart every day." And that's one that you can use for cards when you're sending someone, you know, that you're thinking of them or they're going through a hard time. And then, "May your heart bloom with 100 flowers." I thought that was wonderful. So I don't want to take too long going through the products. So I'm going to show you these 2. So I bought this wonderful jar, and the detail on these are just incredible. And you'll see them in my projects. And then this, to kind of give you an idea of the different sizes, I now have 3 sizes of this butterfly girl, plus facing multiple directions. So a big and little sister card could be made, which I am an older sister and I have younger sisters, and I can see where that would be really sweet. So I'm very excited to have this set. I love the Best Friends Forever, Dear Art Girl, Happy Birthday, and May All Your Dreams Come True. So beautiful, beautiful red rubber stamps. Of course, I've already used them all. And then I also got this jar. So there's the round jar and this jar. These are the large ones. And then they show, you can see on the back of the envelope, this is the smaller size round jar. So depending on what size you're interested in, there's a smaller size of each of these. And then there's also another jar in their store that I really like too, but I can't buy everything, you know. And then I also got this set because I love pansies, and I really liked the detail on the centers of these being dark. So you're mainly just coloring the outside of the pansy, and it turns out really cute. So I really liked this set also. And then Lily of the Valley, that's what this is. I have Lily of the Valley in my yard, and I really wanted this image. So these are all the products. I hope you'll go, if you're not already drooling, you may if you go to their website, because they have lots of other stuff I'm not even showing today. But they're a wonderful company, and they've been around for a long time, and I really love their stuff. So I'm going to dive into the projects now that I created using those wonderful, wonderful Red Lead products, okay? So to start with, the first thing I used was the beautiful butterfly baby girl. And this is the card that I came up with. Again, I'm not doing a lot of die cutting, you guys, so I just used my paper trimmer and just did straight edges. I added, this is a piece of Tim Holtz linen tape with tiny blue flowers on it, and then a piece of Dollar Tree lace. So I just added 2 little trims to the side here to decorate the card, and then I paper pieced her dress, and I added glitter onto everything, a little bit on her shoes even, and I just colored her in. I added glitter to the bow in her hair, and I just think she turned out so cute. And then on the inside it says, "May your heart bloom with 100 flowers." And I just thought that was the sweetest sentiment. So just really simple. And then on the back, of course, you can put her here, and you can put your name either on the dress or you can sign it down below. But I just think this is adorable. So you can see where you can use both sizes to create a project, you know, front and back. So that was my first project with her. And then I decided to do one in color. And so here I used the same big one again, but I colored her with Copic markers, and I gave her a polka dot dress, which I then put diamond stickles on the dress. So her polka dots are all sparkly, just like her wings. And she even has a little bit of glitter on her shoes, kind of like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, right? And then these were die cuts that from last Christmas from the bowl and gingerbread tags that I made. And so I had this left over, and so I fixed the tag around, or the card around this die cut, and I just tried to find papers that blended with it. And so there's a little piece of stripe paper left over from some projects a couple weeks ago. And then this is an Arala Mija shop paper that has these little pinkish red flowers and polka dots and stripes. And so I thought that turned out really cute. And then on the inside, this one has that "You are in my heart every day." So this one uses, you know, both of these sentiments are covered in these 2 cards that I just showed you. So that's how I use these stamps. And I'll set these aside. So those are the first projects that I did. Let's see if I can keep them in frame. And then I went on to make a few tags using those same stamps. So this is using that jar. I colored and die cut up the little girl. I paper pieced her dress with a cute floral paper. And then this is a tulle shaker. So you can see I have some glitter, some glittery sequin stuff on the inside of the shaker here. And the shaker is made with tulle. So you can see the piece of tulle. And I just stamped and cut out the tag twice. And then I just cut around the inside so that I could then create the tulle shaker. So I really love tulle shakers because they're thin, but you can, as long as you just put some flat sequins in, it's still mailable, and I really like that. So I do a lot of tulle shakers. They're very easy, and I love how easy they are to do. And then I just made a hand cut tag with her on there again, and I just colored her with Copics. I used the same paper again, but I colored it pink to match her dress. And then here's the "May all your dreams come true," and this sentiment comes from this one, okay? So it is that sentiment right there that's part of this butterfly set, okay? And then there's the jar that I used. So those are the projects that I did using the little butterfly girl, and I just had so much fun with them. And then I'm going to move on. I made another jar tag. This was the seam binding that they had the other stamps wrapped in, and I used it to make this tag because I love this celadon green. It's just gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I need to get some seam binding and some of these smoky blues and greens. I'm really liking them right now. So I hand cut out the little Lily of the Valley stamp. I stamped and hand cut it, and then I stamped the jar, and I just added that die cut in. I had to trim it down a little bit to fit it. And then Every Day Brings Us a New Beginning is a stamp from an old MFT set. And I think I left that set upstairs. I didn't bring it down. I'm sorry. So this I just had sitting on my desk and decided to use it with this. So that's how that turned out. And then I'm going to set these aside just so we can focus on the next projects. Okay. And so the next projects use, of course, the Sweet Butterfly set. So it's using this set. And just so you can see, this is again that set that has the pansies and the lily of the valley. So I started using these, and I created 2 cards. Let's see, I'll show you this one first. So this one is all in greens, and I took a little heart die cut that's like a little heart banner, and I cut a piece off of it to make a headband for her head. And this is the smaller butterfly girl. So you can see it's this one here. And then the Best Friends Forever is right there, and I just cut it into a square, and I did kind of distress the edges of it and ink it. I used some book paper in the background. This was a die cut that I had in my stash, in my scrap stash. And I did stamp some flowers from Altenew in the background. This is a set that I like to keep on my desk from Altenew. Does it have a name? There's the SKU, Altenew 2091, and it's a 2018 set. But I love using these little fronds in the backgrounds of my cards. So I keep this on my desk pretty much all the time. And so I did stamp and color these a little bit in the background just to give it a little more oomph. And this paper here, I believe is a Narala Miha shop paper. I'm not positive. And then I just used some of that Dollar Tree lace to kind of help ground the image along with the book print that I added. So this turned out so sweet, and it's slightly smaller than an A2 card because I did cut it down a little bit. And then I just added some green gingham from the front, a leftover piece that I had, to the inside of the card. So, and then I will probably, this needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but I will more than likely stamp the little butterfly image right here on the back of the card. So I thought that turned out so sweet, and I did add glitter to the butterfly wings and its diamond stickles and to the polka dots on her dress for sparkle. And I also glittered up the little roses on the card. So this has a lot of sparkle to it. So that was the first card. And then I made another card in pink. And this one is the same idea, except that the girl, I'm using the larger girl, obviously, and she's facing the other way. I added a little piece of trim and it's a little rose cabochon that's from Hobby Lobby that I've had in my stash for a few years. And this again was a die cut that I had sitting in my die cut box. So I was able to use that. And because again, I'm not die cutting right now. I just can't do it. Not right now. I have a hard enough time just cutting out the images right now. So anyway, I did use that same Altenew stamp set in the background. And I took a W0 or a W1, I forget, and I lightly colored it in just to give it a little more presence on the background of the card. And then this is an Arala Miha shop paper, and I have linked that in previous videos. And I did add a book print cut with a scallop edge to the bottom just to ground the card, to ground the image so it looks like she's standing on the ground. Okay, and then on the inside of this one, I just added a little piece of paper that I had cut into a banner and another die cut that I had in my stash. But I'm very low on die cuts now, so the things I made today, I was actually just cutting paper in rectangles, which is fine. They're still beautiful. So these are the 2 cards I made using the Butterfly Girls. And this one on the back has another piece of that Arala Miha shop paper, and I need to stamp it with the butterfly. I haven't done it yet. And then I made one more thing. I made another jar tag, this one using the round jar. And I didn't make this one a shaker. I just wanted to pop up the pansy on the outside. And then the littler pansy, I couldn't, this was still wet when I was trying to do it, but I plan on attaching this to the hang tag so that there will be a pansy hanging. And I just think this turned out so cute. And this is another one of the sentiments from that MFT set. It says, no matter how long the winter, spring is sure to follow. And so I just think these pansies are so cute, and you could color them so many different ways. But I was using my Tim Holtz Salvage Patina ink, and I just decided to go with kind of a yellow, blue, and green color scheme. And then this is some trim that my friend Jean gave to me, and it's like that sari silk. She gave this to me at Christmas, so I've been slowly using it. I love it. Thank you, dear. And then I just used some Dollar Tree twine to tie it off to kind of give it that rustic garden feel. So these are all my projects and the stamps that I use to create with them from Red Lead. I want to thank Red Lead for the wonderful order for getting it to me, and I just love their products. I love their company. I hope that you guys enjoyed seeing everything I created with these beautiful stamps, and that you enjoyed today's episode of Saturday Morning Makes. Of course, creating is my joy, and I really enjoy sharing creative time with all of you every Saturday, and I cannot wait to get out there and see what everybody has been creating. I do have 2 other cards that I'm going to just share really quickly that I didn't get to share. I hadn't finished these yet, but these are from last Saturday's episode of Gina K Design Stamps, and this is her beautiful bird set. And so I had made this one too, and I really like the sentiments in this set. So I just thought I'd show you those really quick. They just turned out really sweet, and I still have some images that I have to color and finish making into cards. So that is everything that I wanted to share today. Tell me in the comments which card is your favorite or which stamp. Do you buy from Red Lead? Are you aware of their company and how wonderful it is? And if so, what's your favorite stamp from them? My all-time favorite Christmas stamp from them is the deer stamp. And if I can find my video showing the deer tags, I will link it in the comment area below. But probably my 2 favorites of all time are the Butterfly Girls, this new little butterfly baby, and that reindeer Christmas set is still one of my favorites of all time. But I love all their products. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you so much for joining me for Saturday Morning Makes. I can't wait to get out and see what everybody is posting today. And if you haven't joined Saturday Morning Makes before, it's a way of celebrating some creative time on the weekends. I'm a busy mom, and I often don't take time for myself. So my New Year's resolution this year was to make some time for myself to create. And I've promised myself at least 1 hour every Saturday morning. I try to stretch it sometimes to 2, but I always create on Saturday mornings now. Every day, every Saturday, I try to without fail. Of course, there's always going to be some exceptions where we have company or something happens. But if you would like to join in the fun, just create something, upload it, and hashtag it SatMornMakes. And you can, if you go and type in hashtag SatMornMakes, you'll see everyone else that's uploading, and you can go and look at all of their projects every Saturday. And in YouTube, it allows you to sort the projects to the current day or the current week. So you can see just the new projects from that week, or you can see everything and just marathon watch all the videos. It's a lot of fun. So I hope you'll join in the fun. More importantly, whether it's a weekend or not, take time to create. It is a way of soothing your soul in these times of pandemic and people suffering and just being out of work and struggling to make house payments, and so many people going through so many hard things health-wise, etc. I send joy out to everybody. If you've been with me for a while, you know that this is my very favorite saying, choose joy, because we all have hardships. We all have things that are difficult, and no matter what, you have to try to count your blessings and remember all the good things that are part of your life, your friends, your family, friendships, sometimes it's your job and the friends you have there, your crafty community, whoever it is, whatever it is that brings you joy, just remember that there is goodness in your life. And with that, I will say goodbye, and I'm off to see everybody's projects today. Okay, everybody enjoy your weekend. Blessings and hugs. Bye now.